Hello, everyone, and peace of Christ, all of you. Please invite your friends and share the link with whoever you have in your network. Today, I did not make afternoon because we just have our internet. We have a very bad storm, and we believe it or not, we have a snow. You believe it? I mean, it's April, the half of April. Anyway, so we lost the internet, and thank God it's back. The topic today is, what the purpose of religions, whatever they are. I mean, there is many, but our topic is always is about Christianity or Islam. So, what is the purpose of Islam as religion? What Islam will do for us? If we look around us in this earth and see what happened to this earth since Islam came to existence, if there is any improvement, if there is things better, is Muslims in Muslim countries are happy? Did Islam provide something better for mankind? So we will discuss this, and we will discuss it deep, not just like a silly talk. Talk is very cheap. If you go to, like I was searching in Islamic website to see which website will give me an answer for what is the purpose of Islam. All of them, they give you silly, stupid answers, have nothing to do with the question. There's God, you worship God. What is that? I mean, that's it. There's a God, we worship God. So God, he created us just to worship him. Actually, that's what the Muslims believe. The purpose of Islam is just to make Allah happy. All of you are a bunch of toys for Allah. The Quran says, not me, that Allah, he created the human and genie, which is a funny creature we never saw. Allah, he created them both for one reason, is just to worship him. That is the whole purpose of Islam. And I find it very funny and very silly. The whole purpose of a religion is just to worship a person, his name is Allah. So why, what all this drama for? I mean, okay, create us and put us in a farm like chickens and sit in a chair and say I am God and you are my chickens. Are you happy? And you see, the purpose of a belief is to help a human being to be better human, to live better, to accomplish better, to be useful for his kind. In Islam, no. The purpose of Islam is just to worship a God, his name is Allah. And here, if you read this verse carefully, Allah, he wants you to worship him. In return, Allah in heaven, he will give you a couch for your ass, and he will give you unlimited food. But in heaven, not on earth. In earth, you are screwed. In earth, you have to work like a donkey to afford to get a piece of bread. But in heaven, Allah will give you a lot. Muhammad, God never spoke to Muhammad, never appeared to Muhammad, never did anything to Muhammad. So how we can trust even those promises? Let us say somebody promised me, I will give you tomorrow, I will give you, but this guy Muhammad, he never have any proof of his God existence. So if you are a dreamer who dream about heaven have a river of wine, and I don't understand why I will have a river of wine. I mean, what is the point of a river of wine? What about we have a bottle of wine a day? 2 of them. 10. What I would do with the river? Is that just to exaggerate and to fool me? A river of wine, a river of milk, a river of honey. What I would do with river of honey? It's enough for me to have little tiny honey once a day. What river of honey? What I would do with it? So I find that Islam did not do something better for mankind. Islam is just funny promises for people who they are dreaming about a fantasy, sexual fantasy, women who their asses is 1 mile size. What does have to do with God and heaven? And how in the world that ass will make my life better in heaven? And how that ass will make my heaven? By the way, guys, we have there is the gentleman who his name Revelation 22:13. The Muslims, they flag his channel and they took it down for him. So subscribe to his name, please. He posts my videos there. All right, and always back up. Create more than 1 channel, not only 1 channel, because they will try to take you down. Never give up. It's okay. You post it again. What a big deal. So subscribe to his channel. Revelation. Post your name, Revelation. Say something in the text. Yeah. Revelation 22:13. You see his name. Anyway. So what is this Islam is about? I mean, here we go. I open the news. I see Muslims killing Muslims in Libya, Syria, Egypt, Morocco, Algeria, Mali, Nigeria, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Kashmir, Russia. I'm talking Muslims about Muslims killing Muslims. I'm not talking about Muslims now fighting with others. Just Muslims killing Muslims. Iraq, Syria, Turkey. I mean, what Islam did to those countries? Saudi Arabia. Mecca is one of the most dangerous cities in the world. And the people of Mecca, they are addicted to drugs as you will never believe. So what Islam did to us? Same time, if we do a little examination of the cult of Islam, just to show you that Islam not only does not fit, does not do better, it make it worth. The Muslim, they say to us that in Islam, if you steal, we cut your hand. First of all, Islam teach you how to steal. Islam does not forbid you from stealing. Islam only forbid you from stealing from someone is protected. If he is not protected, you can steal. There's a video on YouTube by a guy, his name is Abu Qatada. He said, if you see a Christian in the street, capture him and take him to the market and sell him. He's like a cow. And he said, yeah, this is stealing. He said in the video, by the way, he said this is stealing. But he said, but this is stealing from unprotected person. Unprotected person. So the Muslim believe that stealing is forbidden, but you know, it from certain people, which is the Muslims or those who pay the jizya, like a Christian who pay the penalty for protection. They call them the people of the Zumma. So certain people are protected, but what about the rest? No, we steal from them, we kill them, we take their money, we take their women. So Islam did not forbid stealing. Islam teach you how to steal and from who, which means Islam have a manual guide of we steal from who. By the way, if there is a Abdul wanna call me, I wanna prove me wrong, just to let Muslims have their opinions be said in our program, I can go to Paltalk and let me know, and you can text me there and I will take your call from Paltalk. Not in Skype no more. Read with me this hadith and let us see how silly this hadith is. The Prophet said that if somebody what is the hadith translation? I mean, look, I put the hadith is gone. What? I mean, you see Muslims when you translate, they are the most silly people. What is the translation? The hadith is narrated in the authority of Ammash, etc. What is the hadith? I wanted to read the hadith for you, but there's no hadith. They told us who said the hadith. I mean, have you ever heard of a translation like this? They said to us, who is the one who said the hadith, but there's no hadith. Welcome to the world of Abdul. Special intelligence. So how I'm going to read the hadith now? The hadith here in Arabic. In English, they said to us who said the hadith. Let us try to find it in a different place. All right. Yeah, maybe here. Okay. This is the same hadith, by the way, in Sahih Muslim or Sahih Bukhari, but now we find a translation. The Prophet said, may Allah curse the thief who steals an egg which his hand is cut off, or steal a robe which his hand is to be cut off. Okay, hold on. So if a person who steal an egg, we cut his hand. Muhammad, he attack his neighbors, he steal their women, he steal their money, he steal their sheep, and they did not attack him. He is not a thief. But if a Muslim, he steal from a Muslim, Muhammad will cut his hand. And what is the theft? Stealing an egg. Hold on. A person who steals an egg, he is not a criminal. He is a hungry man. Is that right, guys? What he would do with the egg? Why in the world you want to cut a hand of a human being because he stole an egg? Is that going to fix the problem? Okay, now the man, he stole an egg, we cut his hand. So what will happen to him now? He was not able to find food when he have two hands, and now what will happen to him after we cut one of his hands? Yeah, it's in front of you for one egg. For one egg or a rope, even a piece of rope, you steal it, he will cut your hand. Again, the Muslims can steal it from non-Muslims unless you are a Muslim who is under protection, which means you pay money for protection, like the mafia. Like, you know, actually the mafia, they learned that from the Islamic occupation for Europe. So if you steal an egg, we cut your hand. Where is justice? Is that justice really? Where is mercy? Fahim is saying this is the punishment needed. First of all, this is the punishment of the Arab, not the punishment of Muhammad. Muhammad is just copying what the Arab do blindly. He's taking their bad habit. This is not justice. This is not only not justice, this is evil, because now you are destroying society, and the thief still will steal. Until now in Saudi Arabia, people, they steal. Here we go, you cut hands. Still they steal, they rape, they kill. I mean, this is the land of crimes. So your harsh punishment did not make any difference. And now a person who is stealing an egg, obviously he is a poor man. What about we say, okay, the guy who steal I mean a cow an egg, it's not even a chicken. You did not even take the chicken. The one who arrived to the egg, he can take the chicken, but he took only the egg. This is telling you that the guy is a very poor man. So what we do? We cut his hand? That is stupid. So there is a story, actually. Let me show you. Let me find you this story to show you the stupidity of Islam. And I'm not insulting, by the way, when I say stupidity, but you know me. I say things as it is. Let me show you different hadith. All right. This is a story about a guy supposedly who steals, and this is a Sahih story. So they cannot say, we reject and the garbage they say always to us. So this is story supposedly a person who stole. A thief was brought to the Prophet. He said, kill him. Here you notice something very wrong and very stupid about the Prophet of Islam. Anyone notice what is the problem? Anyone notice what is stupid about this conversation from the first line? From the first line. Kill him? Okay. Aren't you the one who said to them, if somebody stole, we cut his hand? So why you are saying kill him? Here, Muhammad playing as God. He is Allah. You say he's showing you his power. Kill him. As if he's a chicken, like kill him. But the Muslims here, they want to show you that how much Muhammad he knew the future. But the Quran says Muhammad he know nothing of the future. That's a contradiction for the Quran. But let us see what will happen. The people said he has committed theft, which means only like, why you want to kill him? So the Messenger of Allah said, okay, cut off his hand. So his right hand was cut off. He was brought at the second time, and he said, which means he stole again, and he said, kill him. The people said he has committed a theft, which means we cannot kill him. Aren't you the one who told us only we cut his hand? Or, by the way, not only cut his hand, the Quran says you cut his hand or you cut his limb from opposite directions. So he said, okay, then cut off his foot. Look at this madness. You stole it. The guy, he stole it twice. So now he have no hands, he have no foot. Okay, now let us say this guy will never steal again. So what we did? Is that going to help us to be a better human being? Is that going to fix the humanity? Is that going to show the mercy of Allah? Now we have a person, maybe he have a family, maybe have a children, and now he have no foot, and his right hand is gone. So his left foot, his right hand. How nice. So his left foot was cut off. They are talking about cutting parts of a human being as if they are cutting like nothing. It's like a chicken. Then he brought for the third time. Third time, the guy he stole for the third time. You believe it or not? Well, now actually, I believe that he should steal because he cannot do any work no more. I mean, this is the time to steal. You know what I'm saying, guys? If we cut the hand of the foot and the foot for a man, what he can do now? The only job he can do is steal. If he can walk around. Muhammad, he said, kill him. Muhammad insisting he want to kill him from the beginning. The prophet, the people, they said he committed a theft. The Messenger of Allah said, okay, well, cut off his left hand. So the guy now, he have two hands gone and one foot, his left foot. How merciful. So now we have a guy, he have no hands. He have one foot. Beautiful. This is justice. Then the guy, they cut off his hand. So now he have no two hands is gone and one foot. Then they brought him for the fourth time. For the fourth time. I mean, just to show you how stupid the story. The guy, he have no hands no more. How he can steal? I mean, do you see, have you ever seen a stupidity farther than this? He don't have hands. We cut off his two hands and we cut off his foot. So how he stole? By the one foot he have, how he can move around? How this person even can see anything? The story continue. The prophet said, kill him. The people said, he has committed a theft. So Messenger of Allah said, okay, cut off his foot. So his right foot is cut off. And he was brought for the fifth time. Like, what in the heck? The guy now, he have no hands, he have no feet, he stole for the fifth time. Muslims, I never saw people, they fabricate lies, can beat Islam. Nobody can beat Muslims in lying. The guy now, he have no hands, he have no feet, and he stole for the fifth time. I want any Abdul to explain to me how he did it. Is that James Bond story? What is this? The man, he have no hands, he have no feet, and he stole for the fifth time. And then we dragged him and cast him into a wheel and throw stones over him. Look how nice, how merciful those people. So the poor guy now, he have no hands, he have no feet, and he was accused of stealing. But here we notice something very stupid. If this story is true, let us you know, the Muslim, they say it's true, so let us make it true. Anyone notice how stupid this story is? Additional to that, there's no way the guy, he can, you know, steal. Shouldn't Muhammad, he should ask? Muhammad is a smart man, right? Shouldn't Muhammad ask how this guy stole for the fifth time? I mean, Muhammad is the judge, huh? And he is the one who decide what to do. Okay, they brought for you a guy, he have no hands, he have no feet, and they say to you, he did the stealing again. Shouldn't you ask how he did it? Do we have any Abdul? Any Abdul want to explain to us the stupidity here? I mean, who is the stupid here? The one who report the story, the one who made the story, the one who fabricate the story, or the one who is the judge? His name is Muhammad. What do you say? Somebody saying why religious people, they love to touch children's. That's very stupid of you to say, because sexual fantasy is a sickness, exists for mankind since ever. Many kings, they used to have sex with the children. have nothing to do with religion. If a person he have a mental illness, sickness, this is a children, sex with the children is a sickness. Well, they have nothing to do with religion. But there is some they can justify it in religion. Yeah, but the sickness is a sickness. Now, any Muslim can explain to us. So, did we learn something nice from this religion now to make our life is better? Imagine now that anyone he steal once in his lifetime or twice, we cut his feet and his hands. Imagine how beautiful the society we will have. People will not stop stealing. Still, people will steal. Right? Aren't a lot of what? Of theories about Jesus in the Quran taking agnostic gospel, e.g. the Gospel of Thomas. My friend, Muhammad, he never met Christians. Muhammad, he met people who they are called Nasara. And Nasara is a Christian cult, the same as Jehovah's Witnesses. And he adopt what those people, not all of it actually, he adopt what he like. Muhammad is a person who is doing business. You see, today there's something that's called copyright, which means if I have an idea and you stole it from me, I can take you to court and, you know, I can make you face a consequence of stealing. Muhammad is a thief. He stole ideas from all people around him. So he took some from the Nasara, which is not a Christian, they are Christian cult. He took some from the Jews, some from the Sabian, some from the Arab pagan around him. I mean, some from everybody. And this is what Islam is about. Arab is a some. As you see, this punishment, by the way, this is an Arabian punishment. The Arab before Islam, they used to cut the hand if somebody stole an egg. Muhammad, he took it, he practiced it as it is. He made it as Allah told him. Now, we don't want to change the topic. Focus with me, please. So now we're watching this rule. What kind of rule is this rule is? You know, I mean, that's it. The guy, he come to you, he said to him, kill him. Is that what judge do? Muhammad is acting as if he's God. He knew the future. He knew that this guy is going to steal 5 times, which is impossible. So he said from the beginning, kill him. And here showing us that Islam is a very silly, stupid cult. It's about worshiping a man, making and fabricating stories about him to make him that he is a person he knew the future. When the Quran, Muhammad said in the Quran that he knew nothing of the in the future. Muhammad, he knew the guy he will steal again. Do he know? Any Muslim want to say something? Do Muhammad know the future? In the Quran, chapter 6, verse number 50, Muhammad, he said, Allah told him, tell them, I know nothing about the future. I know nothing of the unseen. And if I know, I will take advantage of it. Nothing. Zero. Let us find you the verse. Anytime there is a Muslim, we feel like he can qualify to talk to me. Feel free. I will be happy to take your call in Paltalk. The story does not match with the Quran. Muhammad, he knew nothing about the future. So why the Muslims lie to us? Unless you want to tell me that Allah, he sent him a special verse about this guy and he gave him in details that he will steal 5 times. If this is the case, show me. What about adultery in Islam? How many of you believe Islam forbid adultery? Muslims, who they are in the chat. Did Islam forbid adultery? Did Islam forbid adultery? Is it haram? Haram means forbidden. Is it forbidden? If you ask any Muslim, they will say to you, sure, adultery is forbidden. That's a big fat lie. Islam promote adultery. All what Islam did, the same as we spoke about stealing. You cannot steal from certain people, but you can steal from other kind of people. Adultery is the same. Muhammad, he made adultery legally exist. So in order to do adultery without being punished in Islam, you have to do it in Islamic way. And this is one of them. Muhammad, he said, any man and a woman, they agree to have sex for fun for 3 days and 3 nights, do it. And if they like to continue longer, if they agree, go ahead for it. So if you don't do it with this agreement, you are committing adultery. But if you agree, but isn't it, this is what prostitution is? This is called muta. You have to pay the women certain amount of money in return for a certain amount of time doing sex. To make it simple, you have to say, I want to sleep with you for 2 hours. You have to mention for how long. She have to say back to you, I agree to sleep with you for 2 hours for the amount of etc. If both of them, they say the same sentence, agree on the same thing, that is halal. So where is the forbidding of adultery? Only when marriage is allowed. Look at this guy Fahim. So your prophet, he have 13 women for what? Only when marriage is allowed. I mean, those Muslims are really funny. Actually, the Quran never say go and marry. The Quran says go and if. The F word, F2, F3, F4, and if you cannot afford it, then for 1. Here we go. He did not say go and marry. This is a false translation. The Muslim, they say go and marry. It says if of the women 2 and 3 and 4. And by the way, it doesn't say or. This is false translation again. It says and. This is why I believe that early Muslims, they have up to 9 wives. I believe all early Muslims, they have up to 9 wives. The 4th thing, this is something new, because Muslims, they are disconnected with Islam. Because anyone who speaks Arabic, he will notice right away, it doesn't say or, it says wa, mathna, wa, thalath, wa, ruba. 2 and 3 and 4. What is the total? 9. All the caliphate, they have 9 wives. Together. And at the same time, it did not say marry them, it says if them. We showed you many times the reference where it says that the word nikah mean if. Do you remember when we spoke about the shaitan, that Allah created for him a penis on the right side of his thigh and a vagina in the left thigh? So when he wanna sex, have sex, he do nikah to himself. Nikah. This is what the word in Arabic. The guy is the same person. He will marry himself. Muhammad, he said, "Mal'unan nakihu yaduh." Allah cursed the one who do nikah to his hand. Talking about masturbation. Do you marry your hand? So when this guy, he says to us that in Islam only one is allowed, that's stupid. I mean, everybody knows that Muslims can have now 4, but I believe the Quran never said 4. The Quran says 9. This is false translation. If we change the translator, let me show you how translation changed from Abdul to Abdul, and it is going to make a big difference. Change the translator, change the Abdul, translation change. This guy is saying or. No, doesn't say or. Let's see a different one. And sometimes I feel like they copy each other. I think they are fabricating translation. Like this guy, he did not add and. He says 2, 3, 4. I mean, how silly this translation is. 2, 3, 4. What happened to the letter wa, which is equal to and in Arabic? So Allah, he said to you, go and F 2, 3, 4. It's like we are entering a race. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Hilarious translation. So as you see, Islam does not give us a better life. Having a family, having many wives, will destroy the family. The children will hate each other. I remember once when I was a kid, I visited a Muslim. I'm a kid, you know, in his house. So he said to his brother the F word to his mother. So I look at him. I said, how you say that to him? He said, what? He said, is it? Are you stupid or what? Isn't his mother your mother? You know, I'm thinking about me as a Christian, you know, with a man, he married 1 woman. He said, no, no, his mother is not my mother. She is evil. She is ugly. She is disgusting. You know, so the children, they hate each other. They make parties against each other. So each chicken, like chicken, you know, each chicken, she have her babies around her, and she teach them how to grab money as much they can from their dad. Go and ask dad for money, okay? Before your brother from the other women go and ask for more money. So all the women, they try to rip off the husband. And the reason Muslim women, they try always to make the husband spend money. Anyone knows why? Anyone knows why? What is the strategy? Who knows? They keep asking for new furniture. Even they make it dirty fast. They are the children. They ask them, okay, rip it off. So your dad will buy a new couch. Why? Because if he's saving money, then he will go and marry a new wife. Newer, younger, more beautiful. The old one, he sent her to her mother. Hey, go to your dad. You are divorced. So if he have money, he will get more women. So what they do their best to keep the husband poor, and he is exhausted. I remember once a Muslim lady, she asked my mother, she said to her, those couches you have in your house, they are here for long. Why don't ask your husband to change them? And my mom, she said, why he will change them? They are good. He said, didn't you know men they you know, if they save money they will go around. He said, not you know, we don't do that. This is in your case. He cannot marry anyone except me. That's it. We are Christians, remember. The Muslim women, I remember once this is in the kitchen, a Muslim woman, she come and she walked to help my mother, like she gave her you know, like a maid. So she told her, you know, I really am, you know, I feel like you Christians are lucky. So my mom, she said to her, why? She said, for us Muslim women, We are not sure if the food we are cooking, we are going to eat from it. What if he come back from, for some reason he is angry? He divorced me even when he's outside. He have a fight with a friend, he might divorce you. This is what the Muslims do. A Muslim, he say like, let us say you are doing something like, I swear by Allah, if this is true, I'm going to divorce my wife. Like, what she have to do with this? Even she have nothing to do with it. She got divorced. So she is cooking the food, but yet she is not sure she will eat from the food she just cooked. So Islam did not give a security for the family and did not establish a family. The purpose of marriage in Islam is not marriage. This is why he did not use the word marriage. He used the word sex. F them. Another rule will show you Islam not only stupid and not only did not help us for better. What about this rule? In chapter 2, verse number 230, it says, speaking about if a man he divorces his wife 3 times, the woman, she cannot go back to the husband who divorced her unless she find a new husband and he F her. And after he F her, he divorce her. And after he divorced her, she can go to the previous husband. Any Muslim can tell me how smart that is? Is that going to make my life better? Is that how we protect women? The Muslim, they say to you, oh, there's men, they are abusing the right of divorce, or you are the one who make them abuse it because you made it so easy. You say the word divorce, she is gone. That's it. Secondly, why you don't, if you are protecting the women from divorce, what about you say if you divorce her once, that's it, you cannot have her. What is the point of going and sleeping with someone else? What is that? What is that will do? Where is justice? And you are not protecting the women now, because the women, the poor woman, she is the one who will go sleep around. What about you say to the man, if you divorce your wife 3 times, we will make you sleep with the man in order to get a woman back. I mean, the man is the one who divorced her. She is a victim. So where is the solution here? The guy, he don't care. Obviously, if he care, he will not divorce her. So the poor woman, because now she have kids, you know, women, they are attached to their babies. So now the stupid husband, he divorced her 3 times. Oh, and he said, that's it, you cannot stay home. I divorced you 3 times, I can't remarry you again. So now what she will do, she will go and find a husband to sleep with her at least for 1 night and divorce her in the morning so she can come back to her family. Actually, the Muslims, they have many movies about those stories, comedy movies. Like I remember there's an Egyptian actor, his name Adil Imam. You know, he's a very naive person supposedly, and there's a bunch of rich men, Muslims, who divorce their wives. So each time one of them, he divorced his wife 3 times, they call this guy who work as a janitor to sleep to marry the wife for 1 night, but they ask him, don't sleep with her, okay? But this is haram in Islam, you cannot do that. He have to sleep with her. So the guy, he act as if he is not going to sleep with them, but when they leave them alone, because they have to leave them alone at home for the whole night. Imagine the husband is finding a donkey to his wife to F her. Any Muslim who speak Arabic, he knew what I'm talking about. A Muslim man, he will turn into a pimp to practice Quran, because this is a pimp act. You are a man who want to get his wife back, but now you cannot get her unless she go and F somebody. And let me show you a story to explain this story here. This is Sahih al-Bukhari. It's about a woman. Her husband did beat her until he made her skin greener than her clothes. She came to Aisha and she said to her, look what my husband did to me. And she showed her skin, and how her skin became a green, the same as her clothes. It was the habit of the ladies to support each other. So Aisha now she will take the side of the women. You see the Islamic logic, huh? I mean, women supporting women, but she's not right. Allah Messenger came, said, Aisha, she said, I have not seen any suffering women suffering as much as a believing woman. Look, her skin is greener than her clothes. From what? From beating. The Muslim, they lie to us and they say, you beat them lightly. Now, did the Prophet of Allah say to him, shame on you? No. Actually, some stories he says, because of this story, he gave him a verse to beat women. When Abu Abdurrahman heard that his wife came to the Prophet, he go there too. And the story, continue. And then the guy, he says, by Allah, or Allah Messenger, she had told a lie. Told a lie about what? She claimed that he cannot have sex with her. I am very strong. I can satisfy her, but she is disobedient and she won't go back to Rifa. Who is Rifa? Anyone knows who is Rifa? Rifa is the previous husband. Look at the Islamic drama. You see the wise Muhammad, what he did? So now this woman, this woman, she refused to sleep with this husband. But why? Because she did not marry him to sleep with him. She married him because Quran forced her to marry a man in order to go back to her husband. So she did not marry the guy because she liked the guy. But this is the only way to get back. She want to go back to her husband, and the new husband, he knew that. And look what Muhammad said to her. Muhammad, he said to her, if this is your intention, you know that this is unlawful for you, haram, for a haram. You cannot remarry Rifa unless Abdul Rahman taste your juice. It doesn't say, by the way, had sexual intercourse with you, but it means that, but it means to taste her juice too. Taste your orgasm. Unless Abdul Rahman, he had boom with you. Now look at this logic. This religion now is creating problems in the top of the problem. The first problem was what? Was a guy divorced his wife. Muhammad, he made divorce so easy. So a man, he said, divorce, you are divorced, that's it. There's no even need for court, etc. Just divorce, you are divorced. Now he divorced her 3 times. Now the woman, she want to go back to the husband. But Muhammad, he made a rule in the Quran that she cannot go back to the husband unless she go and sleep with a new husband. The woman, she found a new husband. She thought if she marry him without having sex with him, she can't do it. But Muhammad is saying, no, 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 no. Hold on. Haram. Haram. You have to F the new man so you can go back and the previous husband, he can F you. Do you see it? Did Islam make our life better? Is that a solution for a problem, or this is now became a problem? How many men now this woman she have? Okay, so now this guy, he F her, and then second day he divorce her. She go back to the previous husband. He marry her. He say after a while he get angry from her. He divorce her 3 times. So now she go and marry a new husband. He sleep with her, and then he divorce her, and now she go back to the previous husband. I mean, what is that? There's no dignity. There is no respect for what the word marriage. This is not marriage. This is relation. This is a sexual contract. This is why Islam never speak about marriage. Islam speak about sexual contract. There is employer and there is an employee. The employer is the man, the employee is the woman. The woman, she get paid for sex. It's not for free. And the man, he enjoy it. What the Quran says about paying for enjoying it? Enjoying what exactly? Chapter 4, verse number 24. It's forbidden for you, married women, except the slaves. Slaves, if they are married, still you can have sex with them. Not to marry them. In Islam, it's forbidden for you, married women, but not your slaves. Slaves you capture, even if they are married, you can rape them. And then he says, anyone you enjoy it. You see here the translation, it says you enjoy thereby. What thereby? In Arabic it says فَمَا اسْتَمْتَعْتُمْ بِهِ مِنْهُنَّ. Bihi is their vagina. Whatever you enjoy of it. So because you enjoy it, which is the vagina, now the women, she have wages. Do you see it? The women, she got wages. And by the way, here this is about the muta. فَمَا اسْتَمْتَعْتُمْ بِهِ. You pay for sex. Change the translation. So the Muslim will not say, well, like, this guy, maybe he is choosing whatever. Any Muslim in the text want to choose one for me? What translation you like? Huh? Any Abdul? So those whom you enjoy you enjoyed sexual relationship, give them their wages. Do you see it? So what the purpose of this contract? You do sexual intercourse, you pay the women their wages. How are you, Hamdi? You are upset, Hamdi? Or you wanna call me in Paltalk? If there is any Muslim, he have a long beard, he feel like he wanna talk to me, I can open my Paltalk, he can call me there. What do you say? Everything forbidden or hated about the West will be their hidayah in paradise. Okay. You see, just to show you how silly the Muslims look, let me show you this. This guy now supposedly is I mean, is that a wisdom? Everything forbidden for Muslims, forbidden or hated about the West, will be their hidayah in paradise, which means it will be in your guidance. Actually, you Muslims in the West, there is many things forbidden, which is good. As an example, in the West, you cannot have sex with children. In Islam, you can. Correct? So, you know, you claim that you are better than the West. In which way? In which way you are better than the West? In Islam, you can beat your wife. Quran chapter 4 verse number 34. You claim you are better than in the West. Okay, let us see if that is really something good. You see, in the Muslim translation, they say to you, when a woman, you fear her obedience, first admonish them. Next, if you refuse, share bed, share bed with. But the Quran never says first and next. You liar. Where is the first? Where is the second? Where is the third? Beat them. Beat them. Scourge them. Now, if Islam is a religion who gives solutions, is beating women will give solutions, will make women better? What do you think, people? If we men, we start beating women, is that going to make the women a better wife? What do you say? Who is a Muslim want to answer us? Who is the Muslim want to tell us what is the wisdom behind beating women? Is that a wise decision by Allah? CP favorite verse. Not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord should enter the end. Yeah, this is not my favorite verse, but this is saying, you know, this is a refute many claims. All the Bible is my first, you know, every word of the Christ is my favorite verse. But this is a verse I quote always because this is a sentence refute all the false lies Muslims they say about us. As an example, they say that the Christian, they say Christ died for our sin. That's mean they can do sin, right? You get my point? So one sentence from Christ will get them all busted. No. When we say that Christ, he died for our sin, that's mean he's doing his best to open the door for us to be saved. And he gave his life. But doesn't mean I can have and I can do sin as I wish. This is the lie. That's why I say, I quote this verse. Not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord. But let us go back here. If we beat our wife, and by the way, the Quran does not even say a woman who they are bad. The Quran says, وَاللَّاتِ تَخَافُونَ نُشُوزَهُنَّ. Those you afraid of, they may be thinking about, maybe they don't sound like they are so much happy to obey you. They did not even disobey you yet. Nushuz. Like you said to your wife, make me some tea, and she didn't go or she don't stand up right away like a light, and she go to the kitchen. But hey, make some tea, Fatima. Fatima, she is watching TV. She did not stand up right away. Oh, man, she did not. She is my servant. I paid for her. I paid for her sex. I paid for her, you know, to have her, and now she is my servant. What? So you scream at her, you admonish her, she do it again, then you jail her in the bedroom. It's not about don't have sex with her. It's about jailing them. اهجروهن في المضاجع. Jail them in their rooms. Or if you want, just beat the hell of her. The Muslim, they say, no, we beat them lightly. We beat them lightly. What is the word here for beat them lightly? Anybody can show me? The Muslim can show me the word lightly? We just showed you the hadith where the guy, he did beat his wife until her skin became a greener than her clothes, and Muhammad took the side of the husband. Correct, guys? Do you see it? Do we have any Muslim here? Who is a Muslim man? He is proud to say, I am happy to see my mother getting beaten by her husband, regardless who is her husband, your father or someone else. I want you to be honest. Any man is happy to see his mother beaten by a man. Get beaten by a man. Anyone? Are you going to be happy to see such a scene? Are you going to stand watching the husband of your mother beating your mother? Be honest with me. Is that the dignity Islam gave you? What if the wife is good in taekwondo and fight back? Yeah, but Islam did not give her right to fight back. This is the issue. Which means, my friend, if a woman in the Middle East, she called the police and she says, my husband is beating me, the police will not come because they can't involve. This is his right. Do you understand? Legally, this is his right. He can beat her. The only way for her to take him to court, if he did beat her, like he broke his bones, you know, like it became extreme, almost the women die. Otherwise, the man, he can beat you. There's a guy in Spain, he's a Muslim, he made a book about how to beat your wife. And he was advising the Muslims, because in Europe, if you beat your wife and somehow she called the police for you, and there's marks in her skin, you will go to jail. So he was telling them, you buy boards, like, you know, the one the 4 boxes, and you put it under her panty, and then you beat her, like you beat her with a shoe or your leather belt. This way will not leave marks. This is what the book's saying. I can show it to you. Hold on, let me find the book. Give me a second. Teaching men how to beat their wives in Europe. I was typing nothing. Okay. All right. Here we go. I don't know how many Muslims now will buy this book. Imam Rabt for wife beating book. A Muslim cleric who wrote a book that advised men how to beat up their wives without leaving, like any things will, you know, cause you to go to the court. Do you see it? And this is the beautiful Imam, in case you want to contact him to teach you. This is what Islam. Do you see it? This man, he want to teach the husband to beat his wife. So good news for your mothers, Muslims. Now your mother, she is going to be spanked in her ass with no marks. I mean, obviously Islam make me feel proud. So is that going to make our life better? Men beating women? And why? You ask, you know, like you ask a Muslim man, why you can beat your wife? He says, don't you beat your child? Women for them are like children. They are stupid. They are not equal creature. They are not a human. They are just a sex toy. So as you see, Islam did not bring something good for mankind. This is evil. This is stupid. And this will destroy families. And if a woman, she live with a man like this, you can imagine how hell of a life this life is. Imagine when she sleep with this idiot who is in the screen. And look, he's wearing a suit. I mean, look at this guy. He's wearing a suit. When you see a person wearing a suit like this, you will think that this guy is a civil person. Look, you have a tie, you have a suit. Christian Prince, you don't have a suit. You don't wear a tie. This is what Islam? And that will make the family. What will happen to the human being who is a female woman after you beat her? How she will feel? You Muslims, your God Allah, he have no dignity. So because you have a penis and she don't have one, and you are physically stronger, you can beat her. What if the woman, she is stronger than you? Can she beat you? No. And this is why sometimes I wonder how silly a Western woman when she marry a Muslim man. But she will say to you, he's nice to me. He's living in the West. Just wait until he go and take you vacation to his country. Stay there and let us see how nice he is. There's a movie. It's called Not Without My Daughter. I don't know how many of you saw it. It's about an American woman. She married, and this is supposedly a real story. It became a movie. She married an Iranian Muslim doctor. In USA, he was very nice, etc. He took her to Iran. He treated her like a goat. In the West, you can call the police for him. In a second, they will be at your home. And there, if you call the police, they will arrest you. Actually, in Islamic countries, if the woman leave the house without permission of her husband, he will call the police for her, and she will her name will be announced as wanted, and she will be arrested in any police checkpoint. They call it in Islamic countries Baytul Ta'a, the house of obedience law. The house of obedience, which means the police will go. Let's say your husband, he did beat you, you get upset, you took your stuff when he is away, you go home to your dad. The husband, he can bring you like a goat. He called the police. The police, they will go and they will find you, and they will arrest you as a criminal, and they will come home and they will deliver it to your husband so he can beat you again. So what is the purpose of Islam? What Islam accomplished for us? You know, let me tell you something. A man who beat a woman, he is a coward. Now I understand that there's some women, they are crazy. They can be. You know, maybe they are the one who will beat you. If somebody want to beat you, defend yourself. I mean, whoever the one who will beat, a woman or a man, I believe everybody have the right to defend himself. So if a woman, she is a crazy, she want to beat a man, well, the man, then he can defend himself. But to say go and beat women, that is disgusting. Nobody have the right to beat anyone. If the man, he beat the women have the right to defend herself. Because who are you? Like, did you own her? Is she your goat? Even goats, you cannot beat her in the West. In the West, if the police see you beating a dog, you go to jail. So in Islamic countries, Muslim women, she don't have the right of a dog in America. Actually, in America, if you leave your dog in the car, you might go to jail for a long time in the summer. If you don't, if your neighbor, he noticed that your dog is hungry and you are not feeding him right, you go to jail. They will take you to court and you might end for a year or two in jail. So how you beat a human being? And she is your wife. And then we make books about how to beat the wife without leaving marks. Muslims, be honest with me. How many of you right now searching for this book in Amazon? Be honest with me. This person, he is inspired by Allah. He is doing what Allah said. Allah said, beat them. So who is wrong? Who is a Muslim? He is willing to be brave enough to say this is disgusting. Anyone? I remember once I was living in an apartment and I want to go to work. There's a screen door in the front of the apartment. I could not open the screen door because there's a dog is sleeping there. I push the screen. He don't want to move. His Majesty is that's it. You know, this is in the front of the door. He like it there. I say to him, hey Abdul, hey Potato, move. I want to go to work. He don't want to move. I call him Jimmy. I call him Tommy. I call him Ahmad. I call him. He don't want to move. I don't know what his name. Please move. I want to go. He don't want to go. So I call the police. And the police, they treated him nicely. And they took him to their car. He got a free ride. This is a dog. Yeah, dogs have names. His name maybe Jimmy, Tommy, Ahmad. You never know. We try all the names. He don't want to move. So what's wrong with you Muslims? What is good in Islam? What about having sex with the children? What about having a child wife? If you go, you can search in YouTube. There's a debate between me and the Muslim doctor. He's a doctor. This guy isn't educated. He was saying to me, what's wrong with having sex with the baby? Baby girl, she is 1 day old. He said it says halal, but I did not do it. 1 day old. 1 day old. As long you don't do intercourse, it's okay. Yeah, he said my baby wife. You remember? Baby wife. You can go and search for the video. What do you say? Is the world will be better if we have children in our bed and we have sex with them? Is that what God he want? The Muslims, they have tons of articles about their prophet, how amazing he is. Will you tell me what is amazing about a man at the age of 54, yet he marry a girl at the age of 6, and 6 in the Islamic calendar is 5 in our calendar. Remember, Muslim calendar is wrong. What made a man who is busy spreading the religion of Allah think about having little child in his bed? What they share together? Any Muslim can tell me what Muhammad he share with this little child? I mean, what is the what when we say marriage? You know, marriage is what? I mean, there's two people who they want to establish a family. Okay. How a child, she is 6 years old, can establish a family with a man he is 54 years old, and what he liked about her? I will tell you what Muhammad liked about her. Anyone remember where Muhammad he said to a man who is happily married, why you don't marry a child wife? That is the devilish Muhammad. Muhammad, There's a guy of his companions. They were doing attack on the neighbors, stealing their money. And their way, he noticed that this guy, his name is Jabir. He is in a rush. He want to go home. So Muhammad, he said to him, Jabir, have you married? The man, he said, yes. The Prophet again said, a virgin or previously married? What's your business? Look at this question. If Muhammad is a decent man, is that a legitimate question? What does that mean? You want to know if she slept with someone before or not? Is that your business? What this question is about? Evil. The man, he said, previously married. Whereupon the messenger said, why you don't marry a young girl so you could sport with her and she could sport with you? What is the purpose of Muhammad now giving advice? What is the advice is about? The man is happily married to a woman. She is previously married, which means she is already a woman. Muhammad, he don't like that. He's asking the guy, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why you don't marry a child so you can play with her? Do you remember before I told you that sex with the children is a sickness? We spoke about that, right? It's a sickness. Obviously Muhammad is a sick person. He did not say because she will be a better wife. He did not say she will love you more. He said, what is the purpose of this marriage? So you could sport with her and sport with you. Muhammad looking just for fun with the child, sexual fun. And here that inspire us. Let us say the other one, I'm not using the right word. What is the word like when you go deep inside the psychology of a human being? I'm not sure what the word will be in English. So we are digging through the mind of Muhammad, deep inside him. This is telling us what Muhammad he think about sexuality with the children. Because when you give an advice to someone and you say to him what we just heard, that's mean this is your belief, correct, guys? And this is the best belief for him. It's so clear that Islam make us more sick. Islam legalize being sick, child molesters. So now the purpose of marriage is not about finding a woman she fit to be equal to me, to have a life. No, it's about sporting with her and sporting with me. Do you see it? If there is any Muslim want to say something? Any Muslim have an answer for this? And then, by the way, the guy, he got him busted. He said to him, I wanted to marry a woman because my brother, he left me a bunch of children, so I'm not going to marry a child to be with the children. You see, he said to him, my brother Abdullah, he died fighting for you, and he left for me 9 or 7 daughters behind him. I therefore did not approve the idea should I bring a girl, which means a child. Do you see it? Like them. Do you notice? It's not sporting like, you know, it's like playing with her, تلاعبها, you know, just to have fun with her. This is the whole, this is what the word in Arabic. So they translate as sporting, play with her. So the guy said to him, I have nine orphans in my house. They are the daughters of my son, my brother. So I cannot bring another child with them. Do you see what happened? So the man is a wise man. Muhammad is evil. The man is a wise man. He marry a woman so she can take care of the kids. Muhammad, he don't like that. He want him to bring a child, so because it's fun for Muhammad to have a child for as a wife. So you play with her. And here you notice something very, very disgusting. Why a person he like to marry a child? Anyone knows? Think deeply with me. Why really a man he want to marry a child, if we can call it marriage? Because a child is very easy to fool. You can be the most stupid idiot donkey in the world. If you have a child, give her some candies, and that's it. Right? She have no opinion. She have not, you can adjust her as you wish. You can force her to do things as you wish. You can make her addicted to things as you wish. She is not a woman who will ask you why, how, or this is not right. She is just a child. And this is why Muhammadi believe they are the best to play with. Here play is about what? We're talking about a wife, supposedly. You know what I mean? When you are a child, you are very easy to control. Do this, don't do that. There's a big guy in front of you saying to you what to do. How in the world Islam can be better for us? So what Islam brought us is nothing but evil. It's really disgusting. Any Muslim can prove me wrong. So now what is else? Why Muhammad he behaved like this? Richard is asking. My friend, it's obviously Muhammad is a sick person. I mean, no, come on. We analyze the thinking. You see, everybody in this world, he think in his own way. As an example, I bought in the winter, I bought a bird feeder. It's called bird feeder, right? But if I am a person who enjoy killing little birds, I will put the feeder and then I will kill them. I will make the feeder a trap. The feeder is meant to be feed the birds, not to kill them. But depending on your thinking, what do you want? So everything around us exists, and we can make what we do legitimate if we are evil. So Muhammad, he made it like now he is teaching the Muslims the purpose of life, the purpose of Islam. This is the best way to enjoy life. You bring a child and you play with her. And now a Muslim who believes Muhammad is the best of mankind, he will believe this is the best way to live. This is the Prophet talking. And by the way, here we find many evil stuff, because if a man he is married, forget about Muhammad now, is asking him to go and find a child wife. Let us say it is not a child wife. What's your business? The man is happily married. Why you are advising him to find different women? You know what I mean? Isn't it this alone is evil? Let us say you are visiting me in my home and you are married, and I say to you, hey James, did you marry a virgin or a widow or a previously married? What's your business? I mean, the question alone is a shame. What's your business? A virgin? You are asking me if I marry a virgin? This question alone is an insult for anyone have a dignity. And then you give an advice. You marry a woman previously married. Why you don't marry someone else? What's your business? I mean, this is the devil. This is the devil. The devil, he tried to spread hatred between a wife and husband. That's what even the Quran said. Isn't the Quran said that Allah, he sent 2 angels to teach black magic? He sent them in the Babylon. You remember? You remember, guys? Let us see how many of you have a good memory. In chapter 2, verse number 102, it says the story that Allah, he sent 2 angels in the Babylon, which is a fiction story. Muhammad, he copied and he claims it's true. And he sent 2 angels. Their name is Harut and Marut, and they open a school. And the school is to teach the husband, or to teach people, sorry, how to make the husband and the wife fight. Do you see it? Before they teach you, they say, disclaimer, disclaimer, we are teaching you this to practice it only in one case, which is people to learn how to cause division between the man and the wife. Muhammad is the devil. Do we agree, guys? Isn't it this is the devil? Allah is the devil. Why Allah wanna send that angels to open a school to teach me how to divide the family? Look, while Jesus saying the man and even the Old Testament that the man, he will leave his parents and they will become a khad, they will become one. So why Jesus saying that we became a one? Muhammad is saying divide them. Because if we go back to this story here about the guy who is Muhammad saying to him, why you don't find a child? This guy now will go home if he is a bad person or he is a stupid, and he start thinking about the advice of Muhammad. What will happen next? You know what I mean, guys? What will happen next? After this conversation, if this guy is not smart, he will go home and say, the prophet, he advised me why I don't go and get a young girl. This is the devil. The man was happily married until Muhammad, he got involved. Compare between this and the teaching of Jesus. The teaching of Jesus about marriage will make our life stronger, beautiful. The Messiah, he described the husband the same as a Christ giving himself to the church, which means the man, he give himself to the wife as if she is holy church, not as is holy goat to beat her. The women in Christianity, she is a partner forever, and this is how it's supposed to be. The women in Islam, she is just to sport with her. So what Islam brought for us? If you go in the Middle East, Christians are a minority, but they are the most successful people. Why? Because family is strong. One husband, one wife, and the family, they are in love with each other. You don't find that between Muslims. Many wives, many children, and the children, they hate each other. Parties. The wives of Muhammad, they were fighting with each other. If you remember the story, it's in the hadith and even in the Quran. What else? Any Muslim can give me something good about Islam? I mean, I don't see anything good. There's no marriage. There's no loyalty. There's no life. Everything is about living, like we take advantage of the weak. Islam is about the strong taking advantage of the weak. The strong is the man, the weak is the women. And Islam made the women weaker. If you guys, the Muslim, they say to us that Islam gave the women their rights, and the Muslims, they made books about that. This is a stupid statement. The women in Islam, she is beaten. What right? The woman in Islam, she can't even leave the house without permission of the husband. Muhammad, he said, no nation will be succeed if a woman she lead them. But Muhammad himself, he used to work for a woman before Islam. Just in the time of Muhammad, Khadija, she was a businesswoman. Muhammad himself, he worked for her. What happened after Muhammad married Khadija and Muhammad said, I am a prophet? Women became inside a plastic, or let us say a burqa container. Even in Saudi Arabia, they were discussing that shouldn't we change the burqa from 2 eyes to make it 1 eye? 2 eyes is too much. They don't want the women to see with 2 eyes. They want the women to see only with 1 eye. And maybe some of you think I'm joking. I'm not. I mean, why she need 2 eyes? 1 is enough. One eye. And if they can close the second, this 1 eye, they will close it. Why you lie and you say Islam gave the women their right? They're right? They're right in what? They're right in what exactly? They made tons of articles which is full of lies. Muslim women, she have rights. You are right. True story. Any Muslim want to give us an advice about something we missed in Islam is good? Until now, I did not find one good thing about Islam to be considered to be good. What about hating the neighbors, not to take them as a friends? Take not Christians and Jews as a friends. What about Islam teaching me to be hypocrite? Islam is religion of hypocrisy. Taqiyya is the flag of hypocrisy, and the Muslims, they're proud about it. For those who do not know taqiyya is you can say to someone he is not a Muslim, I love you, but in your heart you hate him. And this is in chapter 3 verse number 28. And the funny, the Muslims, they call us hypocrites. We are the hypocrites, but the Quran teaching them to be hypocrite. While Jesus saying love your enemy, Muhammad, he says, okay, you cannot take them as a friend, okay? You cannot take them as a friend. They are our enemies. But brother, you can read with me carefully. If a person he take non-Muslims as friend, seeking might and honor, being sincere. I hope the text is clear for you. Being sincere, do you see it? The one who is sincere, seeking might and honor by taking the hypocrites, which is me supposed in us, the disbelievers, as a friend, he has no connection with Allah. That's it. He is not a Muslim. The second a Muslim, he take you as a friend and he mean it really, he is not a Muslim. He has no connection with Allah. He has no honor. He has no mercy, no protection, which means Muslims can attack him, kill him, rape his wife. Unless it be ye but guard yourself against them. It's like, you know, to protect yourself. You cannot say to them, I hate America, I want to kill all the American. But you can say, I love America. You go to the court, you want to take citizenship. You say to you, make a pledge. You make a pledge, but in your heart, look at, let us see. Save yourself from them, taking it as it were security, saving yourself from them by speaking in a friendly way toward them while your heart is like this. Do you see it? So did Islam brought something better for us? So now we cannot be friends. Me myself, I have no problem to have a Muslim as a friend. Why not? He might be a nice person. Somebody is a Christian, he might be a Christian by name, he might be evil, we don't know. But now because of teaching of Islam, teaching hate, I cannot trust a Muslim to be my friend. But do I like to have a Muslim as a friend? Why not? But because Islam is a religion of hypocrisy and evil, it put a wall between me and the Muslims to be friends. So now a true Muslim, really a believer in Islam, he have to follow the Quran. Many of you might say, I have a Muslim friend. My friend, I have no comment. I don't know how silly you are. I don't know how smart you are. The text in front of you, and by the way, this is the official government of the Kingdom of Jordan website. This is your friend, the King of Jordan, teaching his people what to do. The King of Jordan, he come to the White House and he gave a big hug. 2 weeks ago, he was making a speech in a church in Germany, speaking about the mercy of Allah. This is his website. This is the official website of the royal family of the Kingdom of Jordan, who he claimed that he is from the family of Muhammad. Your neighbor, he refused to shake your hand, so you cut his grass. Well, come over, cut my grass too. I will not shake my hands with you. What is that? This is evil. So what Islam brought to us? What is good about it? So now the Muslims, they feel they are under conspiracy. Everybody is against them. Islam made them believe the Jews, they hate you, the Christian, they hate you, the Hindus, they hate you, the Buddhists, they hate you, the atheists, they hate you. Everybody, and you are the enemy of everybody. Islam did not bring peace. Islam is bringing war and division and evil. And that is satanic. For me, why I will not love to help somebody as a Muslim? Why I will not do that? Why I will not do good to him? Why I should hate him? That's not right. In Islam, no. You have even to hate even your family. The Quran in chapter 9 verse number 23. And here this is about, this is not metaphorical. This is not metaphorical. This is literally. Like the Muslim, they say to you that Jesus says if you don't hate your family, it's, but Jesus said hate no one. What he's talking about, that if you prefer your family more than me, that's mean you don't belong to me. The Muslim, they will quote for you a verse, says Jesus says I brought sword, but the sword is not a sword to kill. That is a sword on us, which means we will suffer, we will sacrifice, people will hate us. This is your Quran, or who you believe. Choose not your father and your brothers as a friend. Even your father and your brother cannot be your friends. So who can be your friend? Nobody. In the top of that, Islam is a fascist cult. You see, there's some evil let us say evil thinking to see that they are supreme, like white supremacist, or even some black, they think they are black supremacist. Anyone who think he is supreme is stupid and he is evil. Islam teach that Muslims are supremacist. Read carefully with me. Muhammad, he said to them in the Quran that the Muslims are the best of mankind. The Muslim, they quote for you this verse, they say this is a verse saying that the best of mankind is us, to be benefit for the benefit of mankind, but they will not tell you what the verse is about. The verse is about that we are fascist. The teaching of Islam teaches us to be fascist. We are the best and you are no one. You are equal to an animal, to the point we can put a chain around your neck. Read carefully. You are the best of people ever raised up between two brackets to the benefit. You see the benefit? Okay, what is the benefit? Benefit of mankind. So when you hear this, that's wonderful. I mean, Islam saying that Muslims, if they are really the good Muslims, are the one who they are for the benefit of mankind. That's wonderful. The verse until now, it is so nice. I love it actually. But the verse have an evil meaning. The best for mankind are those who bring who? The mankind with chains around their necks till they embrace Islam. Do you see it? Do you see it? So now, not only we have a religion teaching violence against females, disrespecting women, having sex with the children, injustice even in rules like normal life, like stealing and etc., even teaching hypocrisy and hatred, and teaching supremacist that we are supreme and the rest are a bunch of animals. We can put chains around their necks, and this is absolutely 1,000,000,000% against the teaching of God as we learn in the Bible. A person who hate anyone for a race, he is no Christian. A person who is white, he hates somebody is black, he is no Christian. A person who is black, he hates someone because he's white or Asian, he is no Christian. A person who hate, he is no Christian anyway. Love your enemy, plus those who curse you. Pray for them. And look at Muhammad. Additional to that, not only Islam teach that Muslims are supremacist, ethnic, even though they are not ethnic, but Islam teach them that they are one ummah, which means one nation. The Muslims are a nation. They are not like us. They are different nation. This was ethnic. So ethnic in Islam became, Islam itself is an ethnic, and it became an identity. What about other disgusting teaching? Being evil to animals. Muhammad, he ordered to kill all the dogs. But Muhammad, he have a special treatment for black dogs. He believed that black dogs are the devil. So Islam not only unfair to mankind, Islam is big problem for poor animals. Even a lizard, Muhammad, he ordered the Muslims to kill them. And by the way, lizards are very useful animals. He ordered to kill all dogs in the beginning, and then the people they start complaining, so he said, okay, kill only the black dog. Even a salamander or a lizard, Muhammad, he want him to die. So Islam will enforcing Islam on people will change the people to evil, not to good. Even the poor salamander, you want to kill him. Why? Why? Because Muhammad, he come with a fiction story that Mr. Salamander was trying to burn Abraham. Salamander, he was trying to burn Abraham. Are you sure, Muhammad? So the black dog is the devil, the black snake is the devil, the black bird is the devil, and now we have Mr. Salamander is an enemy for Allah, and Allah, he asked Muslim to do jihad against salamander. I mean, think about it. Obviously salamander is very dangerous. I mean, look at this guy. Let us find you a salamander. Salamander is evil. Proving, I mean, everybody knows that salamander is evil. Poor little tiny animal. It's not even the size of your finger. This is the enemy of Allah. Especially this one, because he's black. And Allah, he hate him very much. This one, he was trying to burn Abraham. Obviously, this is a true story. And what we can do now? Muhammad, he don't like salamander. So what we need to do now? I'm going to join the Mujahideen and start a holy war on salamander. So Muhammad, he bring for you fairy tale stories will affect even the life of a poor animal. Do you know that there is the Muslims, they have a fatwa, which is a holy order to kill Mickey Mouse? Do you know that? They made a fatwa that Mickey Mouse should be killed. He's the enemy of Allah. You think I'm joking? The video is all over. This is a Saudi. This is not a not a joke. Those are big sheikhs. Mickey Mouse is the enemy of Allah. And by the way, Mickey Mouse saying hello, he's hiding, but he's okay. Even Mickey Mouse, the cartoon, they want to kill him. I don't know what to count for you, how stupid this cult is. How far things can go. Jihad on Tom and Jerry. Jihad on Tom and Jerry. I mean, do I need more comment to show you how stupid this religion is? And still you will see a person who have a you know, like a Western idiot, he convert to Islam. I don't know what's wrong with you. You Western, what's wrong with you? Are you mentally ill? And I was wondering why I don't see Mickey Mouse no more. Where is Mickey Mouse? Where is Mickey Mouse? I mean, what happened? Where's Mickey Mouse? Even a cartoon. It's a cartoon, you idiot. The first bicycle, you know, and this is something, you know, the one who told me, he been taught by his father. He's a Saudi. The first bicycle arrived to Saudi Arabia. Do you know what happened to it? A guy, he came, he was abroad, he came with bicycle. Guess what they did to it? The guy, he brought it to his house, he walked around with it like for 5 minutes and he put it in the house. An hour or two, he found like 2,000-3,000 people around the house and they are shouting Takbir, Allahu Akbar. They took the bicycle to the Sharia court, and the judge, he ordered to cut the neck of the bike because this is the bike of the devil. A bicycle. The bicycle is the devil. They never saw one before. A guy, he made a containers for flowers in his house in the garden. He made them like you know, he like art, and he made them look like ducks. Somebody came to visit him and he saw those ducks in the yard. He reported him to the Sharia law court. Suddenly the police came, people came, and then the guy, he came and he read the order from the Sharia court to cut the necks of the ducks. And then the guy, he came and he's wearing a mask and he took a big huge sword, Allahu Akbar, and he cut the neck of the duck, which is made from what they call it, this the white material. It's not a concrete, it's very easy to break. And the Muslim, they shout Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So I'm not surprised they are upset from Mickey Mouse. So my friend, as you see, I cannot find something good. I mean, if I want to count for you the stupid, evil stuff of this religion, it's endless. And actually, it's endless. I'm doing this for how many years? And never end. This is the most stupid cult ever. This is a cult can destroy humanity, can destroy history, can destroy civilization. Music is haram. Art is haram. Football is haram. Chess is haram. I mean, what is not haram? Music, in case you do not know, it's haram. Forbidden. Okay. What wanna play chess? Haram. You cannot. Okay. Football, haram. Volleyball, haram. What is the only sport is allowed in Islam? Shooting with the arrow, riding horses, and swim, because it's what the Prophet says. Teach your children to shoot, to ride the horses, and to swim. That's it. Anything else is haram. Yawning is haram. Do you know that yawning, if you do yawning, you are committing sin? Allah get upset from those who do yawn. Allah likes sneezing. Makes sense. And look at this stupid cult. Have you ever heard of a God? He likes those who sneeze and he hates those who yawn. So now we cannot do yawning. You do yawning, shaitan, he will piss in your nose, in your mouth, and he will laugh at you. I mean, look at the knowledge of this man. This man, his knowledge is beyond normal. Camel urine is halal. Wine is haram. Drinking piss. So now we cannot drink wine, but we can drink piss, which is an acid. So if is alcohol can cause a problem, the acid will cause million of problem. This is acid. This is piss. A piss of a camel. You see, the piss of a camel is different from a piss of different animal. Anyone knows why? Anyone knows why the animal piss is very harmful more than other piss? Who knows why? What do you think? Camels, they live where? In the desert, right? Animals who live in the desert, they are built not to waste water, which means they filter, their body is different. You see, an elephant who live in India, he do not need to save water. There's water everywhere. Or Sri Lanka, wherever he goes, there is water. So water is not a problem. But those animals are made to reserve water as much as they can. So the piss of the camel is very concentrated. You are drinking a pure acid. You can search right now in YouTube or in Google, and you will see how the Muslims, they die from drinking camel urine, to the point United Nations, they made a warning about it. But who cares? Nobody listen. Drinking camel urine, and they make videos to do da'wah, brother. Teach you how to drink camel urine. This guy here, Dr. Muhammad Salah, live from Al-Medina. This is the guy, you remember him? This is the guy, you remember him? This is the guy from the follower of Rashad Khalifa, the one who run from, he was debating me. Edib Potato, you remember him? Shish Kebab. Yeah. Did the Prophet Muhammad ever drink camel urine? I don't think so. I think he ordered you to drink it, but he will not drink it. drinking camel urine. And the funny, they lift up the tail of the camel and they grab his penis and they force him to piss in their mouth because it should be fresh. Look at this guy. Do you see how he's holding his penis from the back? Do you see it in the video? I don't want to play the video because, you know, they might claim copyright. No, I can't play it. I mean, and it's disgusting anyway. Camel urine. So I don't know, like, I mean, this religion make everything upside down. The whole world is not secure. We have a problem with security because of Islam. Muslims themselves, they have security problems. You know, Islamic countries are the last one. If you go to any Muslim country, the first thing you will see, all the windows have bars. That because it's very secure country, right? No, it's the opposite. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share with you this, and I will try to make my broadcast in like let us say, we usually do it always like 3:30 p.m. my time, right? So, but we will try to move it around so we can get more people from different time zone, like Indonesia, to be with us. In Asia, those who want to be with us at that time is going to be for them, I think, 3:30 a.m. in the morning, which is like very harsh. So we will try to make it like now, etc., different timing, so we can get more people to be with us, to be fair with everybody. And I know I love everybody really, and I appreciate all of you. Many of you when I talk to me in Skype, I apologize. My Skype it became crazy. I open my Skype, I find like 1,000 hello, 2,000 we hate you. So I have to give up Skype, the same as I give up. I used to receive messages in Facebook. I give up because it's too much. It's impossible, you know. So now if we have, you know, I was thinking about how we can still talk to Muslims. At least I don't want to call it a debate. Let us call it, you know, nice spanking. So how we can do that? Okay, a Muslim. If we find a Muslim, he want to talk to me, we can open Paltalk. It take him 2 minutes to download it, 1 second to text me. I approve the text. I call him. We talk. All right. So if you get somebody for, you know, he think he can speak to me, I'm not going to call a debate because there is no Muslim can debate me. I am not exaggerating. Read my history. No Muslim can debate me. Not even Muhammad. Not even Allah. And by the way, I never debated the Muslims. You see, in order to call a debate, you have to bring two decent people giving their opinion. When you speak to a Muslim, he don't give a decent answer. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I will give an example. Many of you watch what it's called debate between Mimi Hijab and David Wood. Hijab was lying about all the answers. So how we can have debate? You know what I mean? That's not a debate, it's a game. Would he said to him, your God Allah have hands, he have foot, he have parts. He said, who says so? But every Muslim knows that Allah have hands, have a foot. So how we can debate? He said to him, Allah he pray. He said to him, he said, Allah he pray for, not two. I mean, what is the answer? What is the answer? So they don't debate. They try to play you. They try to avoid answering. So if I want to call me speaking to a Muslim, I don't debate him. I corner him. It's like a chase. You know what I mean? It's a game. It's a game where you are going like, I don't know how to, but many of you watch how we spoke. You can watch my videos. It's a chase between somebody, he's hiding under the table, and somebody trying to get him out. It's not a debate. A person who want to say to me what his religion is about. No. Like you said to him, the Quran says beat your wife. He start playing all the games to say no, it doesn't say that. Rarely you can find a Muslim who is honest and he say yes, Islam says this. What the problem? The only one you can find them saying things as it is ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They are a lot better in the mean of hypocrisy from the rest. They are not ashamed of their religion. They say this is our religion. Your prophet, he killed the women, cut her to pieces. He said yes. So the Muslims always was like this until they became weak. If the Muslims are supremacist again and they control the earth, they will not discuss with you Islam is good or not. They will force you to accept Islam. So today we are not debating, we are fighting deception, and there's a huge difference. So I appreciate all those people who help us to fight deception. Please don't forget to download my videos. I don't keep them for long. And for those who like to read, in case you do not know, my books is translated to many languages, including German, Spanish, French, Dutch, Swedish, you name it. And actually now they are working in other languages too. So I hope soon we will have more, so people they can read and they can educate themselves. Education is very important. Stupidity, ignorance is our enemy. Muslims are people who need help. I don't hate them. I'm trying to educate them, the same as I'm trying to educate you. And by the way, education is not a shame. Maybe any of you can correct me about a word in English. Simply, that is education. So I can be ignorant in the English, and you can be ignorant in something else. But it's not right to be ignorant about something very important and can destroy your life. Knowing or not knowing a word in English will not change really too much of my life. But being fool about what to follow, what not to follow, what is right, what's wrong, can destroy your life. Life, all of it is about decisions. If we make the wrong decisions, we go to the wrong place. And religion can affect your life big time. You are what you believe. Some people, they say you are what you eat, right? That is different story. You are what you believe. If you believe, as an example, if somebody believes he's a girl, yet he's a man, he will walk like a girl and he will talk like a girl. Do you agree with me? If a woman agree, or say, let's say a woman, she believe that she's a man, she will talk like a man and she will act like a man. She is what she believe. So belief is very important, can change our life, can change the way we do things, for bad or good. You are what you believe, and I'm here to help you, my friend. To make decision about what to believe. What you believe is your business, not my business. My business is to speak to you and share my knowledge, and you make a decision. God is not a pimp who provide women and vaginas for sex in heaven. That is a wrong belief, which is very dangerous. People are dying because of this belief. People want to die. They commit suicide bombing just to get the vagina in heaven. This is how evil belief can be. Believing in killing a human being so I can go to heaven. So this is very serious matter, and we have to think about it very seriously too. If you like to read, Feel free to search my books in Amazon, all kind of Amazon, India.com, France, Germany, and I hope my books will help you to have more reference and to guide you to the truth. And the best thing to read always is the Bible. And trust me, a Christian who don't read the Bible is missing a lot. Is missing his Christianity. He's missing the wisdom. So don't spend your much time with me looking at this garbage, but yet you don't have time to read 2 verses in the Bible. Here I have a mission so people will not be misled and misguided, but that should not be a reason for you not to concentrate and study the Bible, my friend. For me, I concentrate in this because this is something I can do, and maybe few people can do it. Somebody have to clean the garbage, and what I work in is garbage. All of this is garbage. But what you can do, somebody have to clean the garbage, and that is me. Thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you, and I leave you with the peace of Christ. He gave us his peace, and he promised us what nobody promised. Amazing, beautiful wisdom and the peace of heart, not women and sex in heaven. Be holy like your Father. I will be with you. Every two mention my name, I will be between. The Lord right now, he is with us. And his beauty is beyond the promises of a river of wine and milk and silly bracelet in my hand and a couch and a green silk and a skirt and a woman, she is naked next to me. That is the devil who tried to seduce you from your belly and down. God is holy, the one who can make us happy by a smile. He can give us happiness a lot higher than what Muhammad he promised us. Happy of a private part is not a happiness. That is not true. Even that was a gift from God, so we can have a family and we can reproduce children. It wasn't about sex. God did not create us to be sex toys, and this is not the purpose of life. Think always about who you are and what you want to be. You want to be a sex toy, addicted to sex as Muhammad wanted you to be, or you want to be holy as your Father. He and she, they will not get married. They will be the same as angels, which means we will be free from our needs with the Lord, the Messiah. Thank you for being here. May the Lord bless you all. Christ is Lord. Islam is false. And see you soon again. Take care.
Yeah.